So you're working at your employer, you get hurt at work, it's an accepted injury, a few months go by, and you find out your employer's going out of business. What happens to the workers' comp case? Or similarly, you get hurt at work, a few months go by, and then you find out that you're fired from the job. So what does that mean for your workers' comp case? Either way, the bottom line is really that your workers' comp case is against the insurance company. So even if you were working for Home Depot or Save Mart or something along those lines, if you get hurt, the workers' compensation insurance company is the one that's going to be administering benefits. So for most people, your workers' comp claim is against State Comp Insurance Fund or Liberty Mutual or ESIS, something along those lines. So even if your employer goes out of business, your workers' compensation case will keep going. That doesn't change at all. You can keep getting temporary disability, keep getting medical treatment, you'll get any permanent disability award. It would only really change if the insurance company went out of business, and that hasn't happened in a while. SIGA has to step in. It's a mess. But we haven't had any of those lately. So the bottom line, if your employer goes out of business, your workers' compensation case keeps on going. So what happens if you got fired, or what happens if you quit? I often have clients that ask, I want to move out of state. I want to quit this job and go get another job. I want to, leave this employer. And I let them know you can do that. Your workers' compensation case will keep on going, even if you're no longer employed at that employer. Because again, it pertains back to the date of injury, what happened on that date of injury, and your case is against the insurance company. So what happens if you get fired? How does that impact your workers' comp case? It generally won't. There could be an impact with regards to the voucher at the end of the case if you could have gone back to work but didn't, conceivably. There could be an issue with temporary partial disability. So if you're off work but the doctor says, I believe that you can go back to a temporary light duty work for the next month, and the employer says, we could have accommodated that, but for the fact that you were fired unrelated to the injury, or but for the fact that you quit the job. So conceivably, if you had stayed there, you could have returned to work and done some light duty. So if that's the case, the insurance company may not pay temporary disability during that temporary light duty work, modified work situation. But other than that, potentially the voucher, potentially the temporary light duty work, your employment status with the employer that you got hurt at really doesn't affect the workers' comp case. Years ago, it could have. We had a 15% bump up, bump down, things along those lines. It just doesn't affect it anymore. I will also say, as an aside, if you get fired from your job due to filing a workers' comp claim, that can be a 132A petition. It's a little bit different. It's a peripheral or related issue to the workers' comp case, but that would be for a discrimination in a violation against a 132A section. But with regards to the workers' comp case itself, if your employer goes out of business, the case keeps going. If you get fired, if you quit your job, the case keeps on going. There could be impact with the voucher and temporary light duty work, but otherwise, that's about it. If you found this video helpful, feel free to hit the like button, let everybody know, and if you have questions on the video, drop us a comment down below. We'll see if we can't help answer it.